Hello, world. Welcome to Let's Talk Barca. This is episode 28. El Clasico SuperCup lost to Real Madrid 3-2 in extra time. Boo-hoo-hoo, guys. All right. Not so bad. Actually, it wasn't a difficult game to watch, but we're still not what we need to be, but I do see a lot of great potential. Like, that's all I see is a lot of great potential, guys. Like, I'm so excited, but at the same time it's hard because it takes time, you know what I mean? So, all right, let's break it down. Okay. I want to say it was good to see Pedri back. It was good to see Fati back once again. Fati, boy, that kid is amazing, man. Like, what is he? Like, every game he scores. Like, he just steps onto the pitch and scores a goal. He's just amazing. So, let's that I was just happy to see those guys back. I was happy to see Pedri back. I was happy to see Fati back. I actually so enjoyed. I'm gonna get into this later, but I so enjoyed seeing Pedri and Gavi together and the way they moved up and down. That is it. That's the Iniesta Xavi combo. Gavi, Pedri. That's the Iniesta Xavi combo right there, guys. Like, we have it. We just gotta wait for it to develop. We gotta wait for them to mature. We gotta wait for them to continue to grow. But it's gonna be difficult. But it's like we saw a flash of it. Dembele once again. I thought Dembele played well. He didn't score a goal, but I thought he played well. I thought he set up things. I thought he pushed our offense forward. I thought he was a threat. I thought he created spaces. I thought that was good. So those are the things I saw that were real good. All right, so in the first half, it was an even game. Busquets, man. It seems to be like our downfall is our veterans. Like, I don't mind if we play all the kids and they make mistakes and we lose. I really don't care about that because they're kids. The 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids, they're supposed to make mistakes. 22-year-old kids, 21, they're supposed to make mistakes in high-pressure games. But when it's our veterans, like Busquets and Dani Alves, that's when I get frustrated because the whole reason that they're on the team is to provide the leadership. But let's get into it. So the first half was pretty even. We controlled the game. We controlled the offense most of the time. It was pretty good right up until Busquets was able to get his pocket so easily picked by Benzema. And then that just created the space for Vinicius to exploit. But I'm going to be honest, when I looked at that replay a few times, and I thought ter Stegen should have did better. I don't think ter Stegen should have been beat on his near post because it was clear and simple. He had no other place to shoot at. And why was ter Stegen so far into his goal? Like, come out. Like, I seen hockey goalies come further out on breakaways than that. Like, come out, cut down the angle. Like, come on, man. Like, because Arujo was cutting down the angle and closing down the angle. So he wasn't going to be able to cut it back across goal because Arujo was cutting down that space. So the only place he had to shoot was at the near post. So come out further and cut down the angle so there is nothing. Or make him have to, at least try to go around you or something. At least if he goes around you, Arujo has a chance to at least come back and clear it off the goal line or something. Like, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, to me, ter Stegen, I don't know if his knee is well, but we need to get in Andre Onana ASAP so that we can bring in some sort of competition for him. Because that, to me, like I said in the pregame, go back, I thought ter Stegen was going to be a weak point, and to me, he still is a weak point in our team. So that was pretty much the first half, and then we were able to get the goal, which was, Dembele again, creating offense, setting in the ball, Luke de Jong doing what he does, attacking the post, which was good. And then, got the lucky bounce, and there we go. We got a goal 1-1, and then we'll go into the second half. All right, so as the second half starts, once again, same sort of thing happens. Real Madrid takes the lead. Another mistake by another veteran, Dani Alves. I was just singing his praise, and then he comes and he just embarrasses me with a horrible display. Vinicius just owned him, But I guess that's how it goes, you know what I mean? So Vinicius, got the bounce. Vinicius, was able to make the play, and then they were able to score that goal. Another veteran making another mistake. This time, Xavi brought in. This was sort of like a strange. I didn't understand. I'm going to be honest with you guys. In the first half, I didn't understand why we started Fran Torres. I thought we should have started Memphis Depay on the left, or even Abde on the left, and kept Dembele on the right, and then brought in a later late Ferran Torres in the second half, but it was reversed because I just didn't think Ferran Torres had rhythm, and I didn't see any rhythm in the first half. So he made way in the second half, and we did look a little better. Abde looked a lot more dangerous. He had a couple of shots. He had a header that was over the post. He had a shot that was wild. So Abde came in, and he did look a lot more threatening than Ferran Torres did the whole first half, right? And it's not really Ferran Torres' fault. It was really just because I don't think he was ready or integrated into the team. That goes down on Xavi. That was Xavi's mistake. Xavi was naive with starting Ferran Torres. But as Abde came into the game, he's showing that he does fit in. He does deserve a place in this team, and he is going to be pushing for a spot, which is fine with me. I mean, he's a 19-year-old kid, 20-year-old kid. Keep pushing for a spot. So we got those 2 goals. It was 2-2. Pushing. Fati came in, got the header. Once again, Fati, what can we say about Fati? Fati's just Fati. He plays, he scores, We just gotta keep him healthy. We just got to keep Fati healthy, and hopefully, as we go forward, we'll be able to get more games and get more cohesion as a team and start to play more like Barcelona as we start to get more time together. All right, so as we get into the extra time, that was pretty much, you could tell the team was just tired. We got to see Juggler came in. He came on. Pedri, you could see Pedri start to fade. He was making the right read. You could see he could see the passes, he could see the runs, but he was just overcooking the passes, and that's just rust. That's just tiredness. That's just not being in form. Because he's been off for 4 or 5 months now. The idea of having Pedri and Gavi, the way they work, the way they hustle, that's the future right there. And then you add in what the thing is, so. Nico looked good in a holding position. From that holding position, he's able to attack and also be physical and win the ball back. And his size gives us a little bit more defensive prowess. I would like to see him playing alongside De Jong in that position. If we could see De Jong there, and then maybe because we go with 3 at the back going forward, where we have Araujo, Eric Garcia, and maybe PK or Longley, whoever, do it the 2 holdings, and then have Pedri and Gavi a little bit further forward. So you have those guys a little forward, and then you bring in your strikers / wingers, right? So I'd really like to see that, because then you could bring in Dembele and, Fati. So, that will start to look very dangerous. That team starts to look very dangerous. And then you figure out, if you can get Fran in there, or if it's Abde, or if you're going to bring Jordi Alba or whoever, or however you want to do it. If you're going to flip it and play Jordi Alba almost as a winger, or Dani Alves as a winger, depending on which side you want to flip-flop them on, So there's a lot of options, especially with the young kids. If with the young kids, if we can just now fill in veterans that are hungry and willing to win and able to win, we're going to be in a really good shape, guys. So all right, so we're out of the SuperCup, the Copa. So all right, that's okay. Wish Atletico Madrid or someone else the best of luck. As long as a Real Madrid doesn't win the trophy, I'm okay with that. All right. And as for the rest of the season goes, I think, like I said, we're getting guys back healthy. So it's just a matter of keeping them rotating, keeping them fit, and seeing what we can put together. Try to see if we can get Fran integrated and see what position he's going to be playing. Get Fati healthy, keep Dembele healthy. Dembele's starting to look better. In a few days, a few weeks, we can start to see him, scoring more goals as he starts to get more comfortable. Especially as Fati gets in, and then the threat from Fati is going to create more space for Dembele. We just got to figure out who's going to be on the other side of those guys, right? So we look good, guys. It doesn't really, And then we can have the creativity of Pedri and Gavi behind that, the work ethic of those guys as well. We just got to get our defense and our goalkeeping situated, and we'll be good. So let's look forward to having a strong close out the rest of the season. Should be able to win the King's Cup, the Copa del Rey, and we should also be able to win the Europa League / Confederations Cup or Conference Cup, whatever they call it. We should be able to win that with these kids. I think that will be great for them. And then we should be able to get top 4 finish, hopefully number 3. And that should be a good finish for these kids heading into the World Cup. And then after the World Cup, the sky's the limit for these kids. All right, guys. So this is, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment below. And this is for those who know. And if you don't know, you just don't know. Peace.